Welcome to the Live Laugh Gulag podcast. I mean, remember Marcus or what was his name? The guy, the magical, your mystery man.
My husband.
Yeah, your husband that you'd have gay children with.
Yeah. We'd have one of each. We'd have a black one and a white one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
and we'd just be in every commercial.
How would you?
We'd be in every commercial.
It'd be in every commercial.
It'd be such a power play, dude.
Yeah.
We'd probably make it to the White House.
Yeah, really.
To be honest.
Dude, no, Pete Buttigieg, you're missing a few things.
Pete, you should have gone black.
Yeah.
Okay? Your husband is like Tim Walz.
Yeah.
Enough.
I love that. What was his name, though? He had a great name. Was it Marcus? I don't know.
Like Marvin or Marcus
or
something
like that. And he came from, a rough background.
He
and
did.
Now he's a fucking hedge fund manager.
Now he's a hedge fund manager.
And he just wants you to sit around, just
wants me to sit around.
Be pretty.
And he just supports my artistic career.
Yeah.
Of which I have no talent at. You know what I mean? He's just like, that's beautiful. And I just always pout.
Yeah.
I just go sit down. I go, no, it's horrible. He's like, no, I see something in you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I have to believe him.
He never gets tired of it.
Yeah. And then we drink Chardonnay on the balcony of our Southern French villa.
Yeah.
And then he goes in and fucks my ass. It's really hard.
And you try to do jiu-jitsu, but he's much bigger.
Yeah, and he's much bigger, and he's been doing jiu-jitsu for longer. And it hurts really bad.
Why does it hurt?
But the pain is good. Because now I don't have to do it to myself. Because whenever he's gone, I just do self-flagellation.
Okay.
You know?
You don't... Okay. Got it. You don't do anal masturbation.
No.
I
hurt myself. Because I'm sad that I have no talent at art.
I mean... Yeah.
But I have, histrionic personality disorder. I think that everything is about me. You know? I go, why does nobody see the beauty in my artwork? You know?
Dude, you guys would be a great couple for the White Lotus.
Yeah, he's feeding me olives.
Yeah. Yeah. Jesus. Yeah.
I'm clumsy. I always accidentally spill red wine on his nice white linen pants. He never hits me.
And he can hit you.
He just goes.
He could really do some damage if you want.
You got to realize how big this guy's going to be because I'm big, so he's bigger than me.
He's going to be.
This guy's like NFL tight end.
Yeah,
it's like 6'6", 270. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like abs that you could pour cake onto, or petroleum jelly or something. Some liquid that where you pour it, it hardens. And then you could pull it off, and you just have a shape of his abs.
Yeah, you'd have a walk.
And then maybe I'd get into sculpting, and I'd always try to sculpt him. And he's such a beautiful person, And I just make these retarded looking things that he spends 50 grand on these blocks of marble from Italy, shipped to our mid-century modern home in West Hollywood.
Retarded sculpture.
Yeah, and he's like, those are beautiful. That looks exactly like me. And I know he's lying, but that's why I love him. Because he's willing to lie to me.
When I bring up Marcus, your eyes glaze over. He's like the schizophrenic guy in Santa Monica. You just turn into a different... It just changes.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's really nice because you're just channeling something deep within.
And he never complains when I bust a jackhammer out.
Wait, what?
When I bust a jackhammer out to get the marble and he's on a work call. He never gets mad at me when I get too drunk at these dinners that he has to have with the partners of his firm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want you going to any rehabs because there's too many other.
Because then I'd leave.
Too much temptation.
Because then I'd leave him.
Because he's worried you'd leave him. Yeah. You wouldn't. It sounds like you wouldn't. It sounds like he'd still be a huge provider, but he wants
but I would get the divorce settlement.
Yeah.
Then I'd just be fucking twinks in different West Hollywood bars, have a house right next to us. Because he wants to keep his eye on me. He'd buy me a house in the neighborhood. We'd walk past each other when we're walking our dogs and we split because we had two.
And
I get one German Shepherd, he gets the other, and we'd wave awkwardly every time we passed.
He'd just be fucking guys who look exactly like you,
like me,
but just are never. And he'd always be upset with them in the way because they just aren't you.
And he'd beat them.
He would beat them.
But he never beat me.
Yeah, he never beat you
because his dad beat him because he was a faggot. You know what I mean?
Go on.
It was bad.
Yeah, it was bad. We don't even talk about Marcus's past.
And all these other guys are just like these dudes that aren't from the background that I am,
Yeah.
small town Iowa farm boy who ran away to the big city to find something better. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. And he like forces them to do art, but they just don't. I
Yeah.
like that this
And we
is
fight
taking a
over
turn.
politics because he's a Trump supporter. You
Ah.
know? 'Cause he very deeply believes in the meritocracy.
Yeah. And you
And I talk to all of his black family like he's an Uncle Tom.
Yeah.
And sometimes they give me cornrows and they're like, "You're blacker than Marcus."
Yeah.
And I go, "I know."
Yeah.
You know?
And Marcus is acts upset but secretly loves it. This is how
Secretly loves it because he hates that he's black. He wants to get as far away from his own culture as possible. That's why he never gets a lineup and he has a flat top like he's in the Marines.
How does he react to your family in Iowa?
We've never seen them because my dad is a seething racist. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's well armed.
I mean, don't you think?
And just about as large as Marcus.
Yeah.
And I have 2 brothers that have stayed on the farm, and they think that I did that I left the family for no reason.
Well, is your dad is he okay with you being gay or like
No.
No.
That's why I ran away from home.
He's like, look, okay.
But I also ran away from home because I found poppers in his drawer and took some.
Why does he have poppers in his drawer?
Because my mom apparently fucks him in the ass with a big dildo. My mom is a very large horse-looking woman with a big chin. You know, every time she kissed me on a cheek when I was a kid, her chin made contact with my face first. You know what I mean?
I can't wait to read any book you will write.
It was a great childhood. Getting fucked by the quarterback that was throwing passes to my older brother.
Yeah.
In cornfields, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
With dirt under our nails.
Yeah. Sometimes
blue jeans and white t-shirts and butthole sex. That's what I did when I was
Sometimes you'd put the unripe corn straight up your ass and you'd use it.
Absolutely. That's called a warm-up.
Warm-up.
You know what I mean?
Jesus
we
Christ.
don't have bidets in Iowa. You got to get the shit out somehow. You know? Can't douche your ass. Or maybe you can. I don't know. This is all like
this is all
theoretical for me.
I know. You know, I haven't done the research. I've just been writing from the depths of my soul.
I feel like I could write a book about this.
I am 100% confident you can because I am enjoying it so much. Dude, oh my God. Because it's deeply funny, but some people wouldn't get it. And the people who wouldn't get it.
This is beautiful. This is a beautiful story.
Yeah, they would put you on MSNBC.
Dude, they would.
They would.
And these are the type of books that sell nowadays.
Yeah.
All the liberal retard girls would be like, this is amazing.
Yeah. And then fuck you.
My sister would read it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
That's how I'm gonna make it as an author.
Seriously, you do that? That's the snowplow.
That's my J.K. Rowling.
You got a straight road straight into whatever you actually want to do, your passion project.
Maybe I just have to just keep writing sequels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then I would have a relationship with the publisher and then I could publish my actual work under a pseudonym, but we already have the relationship, so he's willing to do it just because I'm making $400 million off every book.
Yeah.
Because everybody wants to read about the fucking Brad Pitt looking farm boy getting railed in the ass by Marcus.
I was like, the whole first book is how you meet, and then the second book is after the divorce and the wake of it, and then at the end you guys got to get back together.
And then,
right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
No, that's classic.
And then
I would buy this.
It would get turned into a TV show, 100%.
Oh my God,
100%.
And it would be HBO, and it would be incredibly graphic.
Cast Michael B. Jordan as the dude.
Oh my God, no, well he's not big enough.
That handsome.
No, you need for like I'm watching Reacher right now. On Reacher, they have an actor who is like 7 feet tall and like 400 pounds, muscle.
The big white guy.
The big white guy.
Yeah.
So like that guy clearly can't do other acting, so he's doing other stuff rather than acting. You would need to conscript someone like that to be the actor, and you would need to send him to Daniel Day-Lewis school to try and like really get him to
But he wouldn't even have to be that good of an actor because he's just playing a boring stockbroker guy that supports his
but he has a
erratic husband. But he does have a deep pain.
The deep pain is important to telegraph. I mean,
it's important to telegraph with his eyes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He can't do a Leonardo DiCaprio version of this.
Yeah.
There's no freak out.
Okay.
The pain is gonna be seen in what's left unsaid. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I want to think of a title of the first book at least,
Right.
and I this is not a title that would be good, but I like it a lot. My Retarded Sculptures. I feel like that would be, because of all the things you said, that was my favorite. That was my favorite one. This is the first interview with Rob Dicker, dude. It would be great if you translated this. Yeah, I mean, yeah, no.
If we did it like
Yeah, this podcast
after I sold the book,
you just grab all this.
cut it up
Yeah,
to where like it sounds genuine.
yeah. It's like
What
you
I'm saying.
can listen to the inception of
Yeah.
this book.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I
maybe,
love it.
Maybe I'm just gay in a way where I just want to think about it.
Yeah,
I don't want to get fucked in the ass, but
No,
it
you
sounds like
like-
a good life to me.
You like, but wait, but also,
And it's in vogue now. And the only thing that I want to do is gain acceptance from people.
that's
Because
true.
I'm deeply shallow
That's
and
true.
lonely on the inside.
That's why it's tough, because like that's the type of thing a hipster would feel, but you're not a hipster.
No.
So you're directly contradicting like what you would need to do to most effectively. It would be a tertiary level. You
Mhm.
wouldn't get their love and acceptance on the level you actually need,
Right.
but you would get the essence of it.
It's
You would
never
get
enough.
the affectation of it. You know?
Exactly.
Oh my god, dude, I love this, dude. Okay, fucking, let's talk about fucking Marcus for an hour. I want to talk about Marcus for an hour. So if you might be gay in the way where you just want to think about it, you just want to live it out through your work,
Right.
through your prose.
Right.
Uh,
I'm like Hitler if he never got the chance to do it.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
We're gonna. Well, no, you just were successful at art,
Right.
and you just never had to do
Yeah.
the thing. That's honestly the life I want for you.
I'm like Hitler if podcasts were a thing.
Yes,
You know what I mean? He'd just
Yeah.
be railing about the Jews on the podcast. He'd
Kind
never
of.
done the final solution.
maybe.
He'd be like, I
yeah.
can make more money not being the chancellor.
I don't know,
Nobody
man.
wants to kill
I mean,
me.
like, enough people are asking Joe Rogan to like actually run the,
I love
presidential
Joe
debate. But I want to get into the. They would be able to add you to the alphabet people. You could be like, the P. I don't know if there's a P yet in the
Right.
alphabet, but it'd be pros
Yeah,
gay.
pros gay.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm pros gay.
Yeah, I'm pros gay. I'm only gay in the books I write when I think about myself in
This
the third
actually,
person.
it actually sounds exciting. I
Dude,
actually might
I'll-
start it tonight.
I cannot wait to
Because it would
hear
be
it.
really easy to
It
write.
would be really easy to
Yeah.
write. It would literally be like there's a
Because you could write it because I'm going to write it for retards.
there's so many books like this, or there's so many stories like this. Like there was a fancy movie. I didn't watch it. Fancy movie. It's just a nice movie that actually was trying to, be a good movie about a guy who's black, who like super white black guy, but he knew that
Moonlight.
no, but he's a writer, and he knew that his books that were
Oh,
genuine weren't good,
that one, yeah.
and then he writes this one about
American whatever.
That's what it. Yeah, exactly. And so
And he writes one as like gangster hood rat. shit.
so it's you. That's what your thing.
yeah.
That would be
My
your
thing is I'm going to write as a gay guy.
You're writing it sarcastically
Right.
almost. Yeah.
And
No.
then everybody interviews me. I go, yeah, it's so great. Like
Yeah.
Randy from South Park with sarcastic ball.
Yeah.
Why don't I just make it more gnarly?
Yeah. And then I love that one because Butters is genuine throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then everybody just
Yeah,
realizes
yeah.
they're like, we got this happy goo. Like, oh, well, if I drink it, I get
Butters
better at
happy
sarcastic ball. That's one of the best, least, it's a deep cut episode of South Park.
It is.
Okay.
Sarcastic ball.
Yeah, the way I know about this premise of like sarcastically writing a book and then succeeding off of it, even though you thought it would just be bullshit, was a Family Guy episode. It was literally about writing a self-help book that was like,
Oh, is that when Stewie did it? And
it was
Brian?
Brian. Yeah, Brian was the writer, and then Stewie became his like manager.
Right.
And then Brian actually.
Brian was like, it's not art, you guys.
Yeah, he's like, this sucks. I could write one in one night. And he writes one in one night, and it sells better than any of his like actual
Yeah.
genuine books.
Yeah.
And then he goes on Bill Maher once he's already like sucked his own dick, and he's like been like, oh, I am that great. You know,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wrote this sarcastically, but I
Yeah.
am that great. And then fucking Bill Maher tears him apart.
I love how Brian is like the most like dilettante pseudo-intellectual piece of shit writer of all time.
He's so
I
good.
just want to get some writing done today. He reminds me of our mutual friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Dude,
kind
he
of
is-
reminds me of that.
He is exactly that. I love when like he says, he's like, actually, Mark Twain's real name was Samuel Clemens, and Stewie's just like, that's your fucking. You say that all the fucking time. You say that to anyone who'll listen. Yeah,
I like how Quagmire just calls him out on all of his bullshit.
I love that
Yeah.
he's the character, just the
Yeah.
guy who fucks and has like
Yeah.
no
Just the
substance.
piece
seemingly.
of shit.
Yeah,
It makes Brian into even more of a piece of shit.
and totally calls him out correctly.
Correctly, yeah.
Okay, back to fucking Marcus. Because like you writing these books, what was the thing? I had thoughts about it, but now I might have lost them. Fucking yeah, this is the look you're doing right now. I wish you could have
because I can see it so clearly.
See it. It's like
I can feel it.
Yeah.
I can feel the sun in the south of France.
yeah.
Us carrying our woven tote bags throughout the little towns.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Buying French soap.
Oh my god.
You know,
dude.
buying lavender pillows.
What would your name be? Because you're really coming up with this on the fly so well.
My name would be Jack.
Jack?
Yeah.
No,
I'm
no,
just
no,
an all-American.
for the book.
Yeah, Jack.
That would be the name of the book.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
That would be the name of my character.
Yes, I got that.
Because I'm from Iowa.
Yeah.
Jack.
I'm Jack from Iowa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Marcus.
Yeah.
Jack and Marcus.
Yeah. No, I mean,
And then we have like bags that we have, and they're all embroidered with JM.
yeah.
Jack Marcus. You know? And then maybe in one of the later books, like we decided to create a luxury brand that's called Jack Marcus.
That would be book 3.
That would be book 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the Harry Potter of gay people.
Of gay people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just
And then the wizards would come in. And I'd realize that Marcus really was just a wizard. That he didn't actually have a job.
Because all the critics who love the first 3 are like,
Yeah.
oh, he's schizophrenic. That's why. That's why. Because he's like, we're wizards. We're wizards, Marcus.
Marcus.
And being gay is actually a spell brought on by the Dark Lord.
Yeah. We have to ungay ourselves.
Yes, being straight is bad. Oh no, it's just the come down logic,
Yeah.
but put it in.
Wake up, Marcus. That podcast you listen to, Come Down, turned you gay.
You gay.
That's why you've hated yourself so much. You've hated your blackness because you've wanted a little dick, like Come Down people.
Like,
and you have this
seriously?
long snake anaconda cock.
Marcus is actually within the demographic of people who would like secretly like Come Town.
Oh yeah,
Like really like a successful, like can never say anything offensive.
right.
And you know, gay also like so like an extra expectation of like they would never be able to say anything,
Right.
you know, not politically correct. Behind closed doors with your
Right.
earphones on, they're listening to these fucking idiots.
Right.
Just talking about being gay and singing songs
Right.
that are like covers of Bruce Springsteen.
Right.
Just like talking about like lube up my asshole and fuck it. I'm the kind of guy who fucks his mom and dad like that. Yeah, like they do a bunch of really good parody songs. Some of them they'll play the music and then just sing over it. It's really good. It's all. I'm trying to think. My memory when I'm trying to recall it is my recall is bad. Fucking. I gotta just show you these after
I
because you'll
love.
like it. Okay.
I love Marcus.
So, I mean, you said your sister would like this book, this series of books, until the Wizard one, where you just talk about how all of it was the Matrix
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the real truth is that
And Marcus was turned black.
yeah, like a Mormon, like
Yeah.
a Mormon thing.
It's Mormon. It's Mormonism with wizards.
Yeah. Mormonism with wizards.
Yeah, dude. Marcus, we've got to build a
Dude,
time machine
if
to
you
go
make-
back to Joseph Smith.
If you make $800 million on the first 2 books, I mean, you'd make $1,200 million.
I was gonna say fuck it and just go
Or you
wizards.
give it $1.2 billion.
Right.
And
600 mil a book.
is just wizard.
Yeah.
Just one.
Everybody's like, oh my God, I can't wait till the 3rd one comes
It's
out.
like not
And
even worrying that one day people won't like my
Yeah,
style
yeah.
anymore or
Like,
I
I'm
won't
already
have it
rich.
anymore. It's like
Yeah.
no, I'm gonna fucking
Yeah.
I'm gonna ruin
Yeah.
everything about this for them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Joker to these bitches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the first line of the book is like I was trying to rub the black off Marcus with a sponge. And then a wand fell out from us
Yeah.
from on a bookshelf.
from
or
his ass.
something. Yeah, a wand came out of his ass.
Okay. The reason that like I like that you can recount conversations. This is kind of jumping, no segue. You can recount conversations that were totally normal, like they're spoken in normal voices, spoken in normal tones and affectations, but you will talk about them with the voice in your head.
Well, yeah.
And the voices in your head
Because I want
are insane.
Because my mind is mine. You know what I mean? My mind is mine.
When you
Reality has no
no bearings.
It has no bearings over my mind.
I wish I had recorded everything you were just yelling before the podcast, because you were just like screaming into the void. I mean, the
like literally
shitting with the door open. I mean, that's a separate.
Every time I go pee, I tell it to get out of there.
Yeah,
so you get out of there.
Get out of there. You dirty bastard.
I'm just wiping my ass.
Yeah. Oh my god,
it's so nice.
I wish I recorded the fucking things with the dog. That was hilarious.
What dog?
What dog? But when we're gonna add in the times capsule, beginning New Year's, that I think we can, right? We can. So we're gonna add that one in, and right before that podcast was recorded, you were upstairs pooping, and you had the door open, and you were just talking to the dog about, you're like, ooh, you want my poopy? You want my poopy? You like to smell my poopy?
Yeah, dude, she did like my poopy.
And then you said the poopy head. I misheard you. I thought you said, you want that poopy head? You want that poopy head? What did you say? I'm mishearing something, because I remember you told me.
I don't remember.
Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna get to tell what the truth is, which is, I get to just define what the truth is, which is that you were trying to show the poopy head to the dog.
Oh yeah, I was. I got up, and I let my dog look, and she wasn't that into it anymore. It's kind of made me sad. I thought we had a thing going.
I thought we had a good thing going.
Oh, you want my poopy?
Yeah, this is like.
And but I wish I had a guy dog so I could tell it how big of a cock he has. That's what Bobby Jackson does with his dog. That's only you have such a big cock.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I could Red Rocket my dog too.
Okay. All right. Well, PETA, don't come after us.
What's so wrong with that though? PETA's trying to stop dogs from orgasming.
Yes.
I say boycott PETA.
Yeah.
If my dog wants to come, I'm gonna make it come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he can't reach if he's in a cast.
No.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
And paws are hard. Human hands are soft.
So French bulldogs. So there's been I've lived with a few French bulldogs, and their physiology does not allow them to lick themselves. So they I didn't know that he would drag his crotch across the.
That's why they do that?
Across the dog. No. But they do something much, much worse. So we were watching a movie, and I was really paying attention. And my friend, my roommate, just said, "Hey, look!" And I look over, and the French bulldog is and it's looking straight at me, and it's using its paw to jerk off. Yeah. It's amazing. Yeah, I was like, this is the devil possessing an animal. Yeah, your hand is in your pants, in case you didn't, in case you wanted me to telegraph.
That's kind of hot, dude. I think Marcus and I would have a French bulldog.
Yeah,
because that would turn me on.
I remember
we would have a bunch of retarded sculptures of the bulldog.
Of the bulldog,
and we can afford a Picasso, but Marcus just puts it up there because he knows that I like it. And every morning when I pour vodka in my coffee, I look at that thing and I go, I'm a failure. I'm a fucking fail. Every time I pour coffee into my Erewhon milkshake, I go, I'm a failure. And I feel like we would only eat at creation. You know what I mean? We would only go to creation.
Yeah, you would only eat out. You would never cook. You would have an amazing kitchen. You would never
cook.
Yeah.
People would always comment on how clean it was. And I would giggle surreptitiously.
Yeah.
With Marcus, because we had a dirty little secret that we don't cook.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when people did come over, we would put on our aprons and stuff like that and sneak in the takeout into plates and stuff like that and say, oh yeah, here it is.
That's
and then
hilarious.
They say, how do you clean the bowls so quickly? And we just keep up this
You're just mind fucking people.
Yeah, the idea of that gays are just superior. That we're just better than you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and it's to compensate to compensate for the negative backgrounds you both had
and
for being gay.
And as a way to show straight men in our house that we're trying to fuck on the side as a couple.
Yeah.
That their wives aren't shit.
Yeah.
Know?
Yeah. No, they can't cook for shit.
They can't cook for shit. They can't clean for shit.
Yeah. No. That. Straight love is a lie. That's what you're trying to tell them.
It's a lie. You know?
That's so You were saying Marcus puts up a Picasso in the house. Is that like one of his only ways?
No, he could afford to do it.
Oh, he could afford
But he puts up my bullshit instead. And every time he brings one of his clients over, he makes sure to mention that and go, oh, look at this, blah, 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 talk about it. And then brings me over like a proud father.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He did, and I stand there and I point my toes together and I hold my hands in front of my crotch.
Even though your muscles kind of won't allow you to do that.
Yeah, they won't really allow it. And and I'm just like, yeah, it was me. You know?
Like a shy bodybuilder.
Yeah. And the guy goes,
That's disgusting.
Oh, that's amazing. You know?
Yeah, because Marcus is in charge. He's a CEO.
Marcus
right?
is the CEO.
No, even better.
He's a partner at a large firm in Manhattan.
Well, he's a lawyer. No, he's a financial, like a finance guy. But he's not even at the top.
He does M&A, dude.
What?
That's what Marcus does. He does.
Got it. Yeah. But he does a job that is like so unique and so like indispensable that he doesn't even have to be at the top for everyone to need to kiss his ass.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he does have a law degree from Harvard.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Oh, he has every degree.
And this took place like a little while ago.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it didn't. Maybe it's contemporary, but I would have liked it if I could say that he was in Barack Obama's class.
Yeah.
And was like competing with him to be the head of the Harvard Law Review Board or whatever.
How much older is Marcus than you? Because usually
only a couple years.
Only a couple years.
Only like 2 years, 3 years.
So it should be an even playing field.
It should, but I bring nothing to the table. Besides chaos that he yearns for from his childhood.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, no, the psychology of the whole thing is very nice and very interesting.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
I like the deep pain that surrounds.
We both have our
wonderful
deep pains,
life.
you know?
No, but
because Marcus makes me feel bad.
Oh,
I go,
does?
Marcus, I'm nothing compared to you, you know? And he always holds me and says, you're more than anything I could ever be.
Yeah.
And I think to myself, you're a liar, but I never say it.
And then, and then he just fucks
and then he just fucks me in the ass.
And it hurt.
And it hurts. And sometimes he's too rough, and I think maybe he's questioning our relationship. But my dick still stays hard while his dick is in my ass. Sometimes he'll throw me on the bed, and my dick will go to an awkward position. It'll hurt. Ouch, Marcus!
This needs to be at
the
beginning.
Then I'll put on my little bunny slippers and my bathrobe and be like, I don't feel like it tonight. You know?
Yeah. I feel like there's like a weird.
And I'll just watch him jerk off.
You just.
Yeah. And I'll watch what porn he's watching, and I'll be like, they better look like me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, so you're possessive. So, like, you do think that...
Of course I'm possessive. I love this life that I have. You know? My girlfriend used to get mad at me for jerking off.
Well, of course.
And I would tell her, but all the girls look exactly like you.
Yeah.
So what's the problem?
How'd she feel about that?
She looked at me like she couldn't believe that I just said that. And I thought it was totally reasonable. I was like, it makes sense. Like if I was like looking up these tiny little Asian bitches, but I'm looking up big booty Latinas, that's what you look like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What the fuck is the problem?
That's so funny.
They all look like you.
She couldn't believe what you just said.
Yeah, she couldn't. She was like, you're unbelievable. And I was like, what do you mean? That's totally reasonable. You know what I mean?
I mean,
is it not? Right? You might be mad at me still, but you got to be a little less mad. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, for God's sake.
That actually is a very reasonable thing to say. Because, girls getting mad at, like, guys jacking off.
Because she's jealous, right?
I think
that's why.
That's
she's jealous, but
reason.
They all look like you. And you're not sucking my dick, and I need the white stuff to come out. You know what I mean?
And
my imagination has been ruined.
Yeah.
Besides when I think about having a gay husband who does M&A, vacationing in the south of France with his Harvard polo shirt.
Your relationship with Marcus, your sexual relationship, is so much more healthy than that. And it's not even your fault. It's purely just the dynamics of being straight and young.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
That's fascinating.
Because I always want to get fucked in the ass, and Marcus always wants to fuck me.
Yeah.
Simple as that. You want me to tell you how he makes me come?
Yes, please.
Okay, so he's like sits up in bed against the headboard like he's reading a book.
Yeah.
And then I lay on top of him, and he reaches around and jerks me off and bites my ear. and I grab his thighs, you know?
And then he
hooks my legs so I can't get up.
And he's fucking your thighs.
No, he's soft by that time because I did my due diligence.
He's not interested in anything but fucking you hard.
He's not interested in anything. Yeah. Besides, after he fucks me in the ass, he's not interested in anything but giving me maximum pleasure.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Oh my god! And you're you're content. You're absolutely thrilled with this.
Absolutely.
With this
Sometimes he like holds my mouth closed so I can't scream when I come.
Oh my god!
You know?
Oh my god, dude! you, you have knowledge of what you would like in this situation so much.
I don't know if I would like, but my Jack would certainly like.
Jack
I don't know about
certainly
me.
like. The way your eyes glaze over. Now, if we,
because I can see it so clearly.
I know.
I don't know why.
It's like your clairvoyance into a gay life that you don't have.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why.
And you also are born, like, the fact that it's so divorced from, like, it's you're exactly the same. You look exactly the same.
Right.
You pretty much like you act almost the same. It's just that the way you are now is not the artist you would be then.
No.
And
but I have talent now.
But you have to be born in Iowa just for effect.
Exactly. It's just better for the story.
Oh my god, dude.
It's kind of an all-American story, you know?
Yeah. Until the wizards come in.
Until the wizards come. and we go in a time machine to see Joseph Smith and beg him to turn Marcus white.
And then here's the thing, it's like one of those stories where, you know, everybody gets what they want at the end. It's like being straight is a curse, or no, I guess being straight is bad because it also has to do with the logic of Cumtown.
Right.
And then when you get when everybody in the world is gay and Marcus has been, you know, turned white,
and they shrink his cock,
to be a normal, a regular, you know, but impressive size. You guys look at each other and you're like, we're so happy. We just have to leave. We have to go live our own lives.
And we commit suicide together.
Oh, that actually is better. I was thinking like it was one of those content things where you both leave, but no, fucking, you guys, how do you commit suicide?
We sit in a bathtub, him on one side, me on the other, and we both slit each other's wrists.
It's like the wine drinking thing where you cross arms.
Yeah.
That's crazy. How does that, wait. Him on one side, you on the other.
Yeah. So our feet are touching each other's stomachs.
Yeah.
Because we're sitting on opposite sides of the bathtub. And then we both have a knife in one hand.
Yeah.
And we slit each other's opposite wrists. And then bring them together and hold hands, the bleeding parts. You know what I mean? And then just die together.
And a firefighter comes in. He's like,
yeah,
another one of these.
And he goes, Jesus Christ, that guy's a big cock. Because even when they shrink Marcus's cock, it's still ginormous.
Jimmy, somebody take a picture of that.
Because I'm thinking like Marcus's cock is like 14 inches.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you are getting snaked like a drain. Yeah.
It's like 9 inches soft. You know?
Yeah.
He needs to get Lyndon Johnson tailored suits where they let it out 2 inches at the bottom.
I mean, does he wear a Speedo to the beach? Or does he wear like those pastel shorts? No, Speedo.
No, but he wears the pastel shorts.
Pastel shorts.
Yeah.
And he has
I actually have a pair of those shorts.
And then his dick falls out and you both giggle and he tucks it back in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's in Martha's
But like
Vineyard.
for a present, I bought him like this little Velcro thing so he can like, you know, Velcro his dick together so like the tip is pointed upwards.
You had to get this. You had to find it on Etsy because like it doesn't exist anywhere else.
But then I realized one of our friends from the West Village was the guy that made it.
And then you guys have a big dinner about it and you laugh about it. And then do you fuck with the friend? Do you have a 3-way with the friend?
It depends on the night.
It depends on the night.
Yeah.
Yeah. How often do you incorporate extra partners?
But I'll let Marcus fuck the guy and I'll just beat the shit out of him while it's happening. You know what I mean? And Marcus loves it.
So you just can't hit him in the head while my cock's in his mouth.
Yeah.
Or he'll bite down.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's when I kick him in the stomach. He sits on all fours and Marcus is fucking his face. And I'm punting his stomach. You motherfucker! Is this even, do we only think that this is funny?
No, dude, we're gonna fucking love this. Dude,
This got pretty graphic.
The beginning,
Marcus always brings me flowers.
I'm gonna be honest. The beginning of this one, I was worried because I was like, I don't know if I have anything. Like,
Me neither.
Maybe a comment or two. This is
We
fucking
can always go back
gold.
to Marcus.
Yeah.
We can always give idea. And Marcus always brings me red roses.
Why not? Why not yellow flowers? Like, why is it red?
Because red is sexy.
Yeah, red is sexy.
Red goes with chocolates. Red goes with love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're not hippies. He's an M&A.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're conventional.
We're
like
we're the ruling class.
So,
you know what I mean? I got a little chicken coop in the backyard to remind me of Iowa.
Aside
from a patch of corn.
What are your policies, like your hard set policies on three-ways? Or on orgies for that matter? Because I feel like,
we don't do orgies. There's too many diseases going on.
Yeah.
And nobody gets the same, nobody fucks like us.
Yeah, you enjoy it enough. However, you do venture out just to prove that your sex only together is the best.
Well, we do venture out because we're both deeply sadistic.
Yes.
You know? We're both deeply sadistic. And we're both very large, attractive men.
Dude, this guy...
So we can trick these stupid young fucks that just came from Iowa. I like to get the guys that are me 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Just got here. Think they're going to have a wonderful threesome with these rich, exotic-looking, very handsome, large, and they just get their asses beat. And Marcus is a big donor to Beverly Hills PD. So they pick his ass up and they throw him on Skid Row after. And Marcus thanks them. So that's why they're all wearing $7,000 Rolexes.
So they just fucking getting like a 14-inch dick like shoved into their lungs,
right?
And then you're just standing up there and kicking them in the stomach while they're on their all fours.
Yeah,
it's just like it's a fucking punt.
And then when
you're screaming at them,
but then because we love France so much, we do Eiffel Towers a lot.
Okay,
and we hold hands and look into each other's eyes. Well, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Well, this little dude that had no idea what was going on is hogtied in between us.
I mean, okay, so what are
some of them like it.
Some of them like it?
Some of them really like it.
Wait. Let's just clarify.
And the ones that like
consented.
Yes.
Yeah.
The ones that like it, we hate them even more.
We don't like
it. We feel like we didn't do a good job.
That's fucking hilarious. Jesus Christ, I love that.
Yeah. We're trying to turn them out. The opposite way.
And then the wizards come in.
This life is not for you. And then the fairy godmother comes.
This is like anything you do. You want to be gay? I'll show you being gay.
I will show you this.
I will. I don't know. Let
want
you
this
know.
life.
Oh my god. Dude.
I don't know. But the best thing about Marcus is that he can do blow like a normal person.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. He just does a little key bump, like once every weekend.
Yeah. Little key bump.
Yeah. Dude, no, he can do it like one and just get a total experience out of it and then just not even touch the 5 kilos you just have stored up from the one really good Coke dealer that you got. Yeah.
And he always has to lock it away.
Yeah.
Because I'll be up for 3 days.
Yeah, you'll be fucking...
And I'll just make all these paintings and he'll be like, I love it when you paint sober. But the fucked up part about it is that he cares about me so much that he doesn't want me to be a great artist because he knows it'll destroy me.
Yeah.
Because when I do blow and stay up for 3 days, my art is incredible. And when I'm sober, it sucks ass.
Yeah.
So that's why I resent him as well. I resent him for for holding me back from the abyss.
But you're describing...
let me go into the abyss.
You're describing a perfect relationship, and it's amazing how this perfect relationship involves so much resentment.
It does.
And it's like, that doesn't contradict how perfect it is.
It does not.
Dude, okay. Next episode?
Yeah.
We talk about the fucking wizards. How the wizards are gonna ruin this whole... Like, people are gonna fall in love with Jack and Marcus. They're gonna have Reddit fan clubs. And this will be strewn out over, like, years.
Like, you know Kate Spade? The women's brand?
Yeah.
Imagine Jack Marcus.
Yeah.
You know? That's what we're going to do. Because he's going to leave his M&A position.
Yeah.
And we're going to go into business together.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's the third book. Because you got to play this out for a long time. But just so much that it's at the zenith of, like, thinking about this as a cultural touchstone.
Because the end of the third book is going to be everything is happy.
Yeah.
You know, we created our brand. I'm getting artistically fulfilled. Marcus is happy that I'm, like, happy. I'm off drugs.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. And then the fourth book, wizards. They're like, where could he go from here? Wizards.
Here's a problem, though. What if people love the wizards?
well, then
It's
I don't
ruined.
know.
Yeah.
Then the whole joke is ruined, and I'll kill myself. And they'll be like, he was such a great artist, and my whole entire legacy will be that of a great artist for everything that I did.
Transitioned it from this gay
love the wizards
novella, love novel
to fucking Mormon wizards. Mormon wizards that wear navy blue KKK outfits with stars and moons printed all over them.
That's amazing. That's fucking awesome.
They ride torches instead of brooms.
Fucking love the wizard. Just thinking these people fall in love. West Hollywood has streets named after Marcus and Jack.
No, they do.
There's
We're fixtures in the community.
There's a Bubba Gump like version of Jack Marcus that's an actual clothing store that actually describes the type of clothes that you would love to put out there.
Exactly.
Or that
And
they
honestly, in the real world,
I would
love this store.
Exactly.
In the real world, I would love this store.
And then you made
it would be like it'd be like Buck Mason, you know?
And then
be a higher end Banana Republic. It'd be rugged, yet functional, yet classy. It'd be like James Bond. We'd be putting out the American James Bond brand. We'd be into a lot of linen, a lot of tweed.
And then come the Mormon wizards.
And then the Mormon wizards.
And then everything you have to rename streets.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude, I want this to happen so bad. This is the type of anarchy that I am fully about. Deeply ironic, conceptual, like cultural, just schizophrenia, just changing things between like in milliseconds from what you expected and liked.
I mean, I think it could work out well. And I'm kind of upset that I don't live that life right now.
Okay, yeah. See, that's the truth of this. It's like, it's a novel, but it's also just what Rob wants to live like.
Exactly.
It's like, I mean, there's early tapes of our podcast that are so funny and are so, like, deeply...
we gotta post the one about vapes.
Oh, the one about vapes, the one about the bleached Chinese people, the bleached Chinese man with a big ass. The funniest part is I was like, why do you want that? And I was like, okay, I can expect a few reasons why he would want that if he was gay. And you're like, so I could see the bruises.
They did not say that, dude.
You did.
It's disgusting.
I will show you the receipt.
That's disgusting.
Dude,
I think what I really want is like a professional girl that looks like Serena Williams.
Really?
But without the biceps.
Yes, you just want the ass. I mean,
I want somebody to take care of me.
The concept.
I just want to do jujitsu.
Yeah.
And fiddle around with words.
Yeah.
That's what I just want to do jujitsu and eat at creation and fiddle around with words.
And you don't want to have any.
I am a sugar baby.
Life. Okay. Oh, okay. So you do. That's why you're saying you want the life of Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to be Marcus. Being Marcus would suck.
Being Marcus would suck.
Then you got all the responsibility.
For you, but
you're
two halves. You're yin yang, you know? Like literally.
Yeah. It's like two guns.
Like two guns.
Yeah. With Mark Wahlberg and Denzel. They're not painted halfway down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe I could be single forever if I just painted half of my body black and played the characters of Marcus and Jack.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That would be so wonderful. And you'd have to like get the lip filler on one side. That's one half.
I got decent sized lips without lip filler.
Yeah,
Marcus doesn't have huge lips.
No. I'm not saying about Marcus, but yeah, so Marcus, he would be your other half. He would be just everything would facilitate everything you want.
He would.
Yeah. I'm going on a grinder tonight.
It's a damn shame he doesn't exist.
Yeah. Oh, he exists. He exists if you look hard enough.
You think so?
I think he does. I think he does exist. If you put out an ad, you're like, I need all these things. You need to be able to do code, one bump every weekend. You need to be working M&A. You need to have a house in France, or we can buy one. Don't even worry about that.
Or we can just Airbnb.
Or just Airbnb. Yeah, you guys are like just.
But because you do the financials.
Oh,
so whatever you think.
Book 5 or book 4, when you have the business together, the kids.
Yeah.
because you said
white
I think
kid
we
and the
already
black
said yeah
kid.
the white
And we named the white kid like a very black name, and the black kid like a very white name.
yeah
Like the black kid is Jack Jr.
yeah
and the white kid is LaMarcus Jr. because Marcus's real name is LaMarcus.
Marcus yeah
You know,
and then
because he's from the projects.
yeah but Marcus hates
and Marcus beats
Yeah.
the little black kid.
no the white kid
No, he beats the little black kid
why
because he hates that that the kid looks like that.
then why wouldn't he just get 2 kids from your
Because I
kid?
insisted that we have a Foursquare type deal going on.
That's
That we look like a bathroom floor, the tiles, black, white, black. So all of our family photos is like cool, you know, black, white.
just for aesthetics. Having kids
Precisely.
for aesthetics.
Everybody in Hollywood does it. Why can't we do it? We have more money than them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Oh, good God, man. I love this idea of writing these books and then ending it in the way that you plan to end it.
Yeah.
It's
With
so
wizards.
fun. Mormon racist wizards.
Mormon racist wizards and
That
KKK
that
outfits.
finally turned Marcus white.
That
The
turned Marcus
problem
white.
is, if you write these books and we do this plan, we have to fucking delete this podcast.
No, we don't.
Oh, yeah. No one's ever going to fucking watch them.
No, we don't. No. It's not that nobody's ever going to watch this. It's that nobody that would read those books would ever watch this.
But, like, how many people do you know who, like, know something secret, right? Even if they aren't in the same circle, people would find this podcast and take it upon themselves to out us because they want attention.
That'd be fine because if it got that big to where people were that obsessed with it, I would have already made my money.
That's true. You
and I would already
back.
be in the south of France with a Moroccan big booty bitch.
All
and I
right.
wouldn't need Marcus because I'd have my own money. But
Okay.
she would maybe be a Sephardic Jew Moroccan so she could take care of my finances.
Okay. That's fucking hilarious.
And be like, Rob, you can't buy a $4,000 bottle of wine because it's expensive. And I'll be like, look, if I'm going to relapse, it's going to be $4,000 worth of wine. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, no, that is reasonable.
I would need like an Arab girl so she could beat me.
The problem is if you're straight, you really can't you can't drink again. If you're gay, then you can drink again. What if that was the decision I posed? What if that was the decision that I posed you?
I wouldn't drink. Because drinking just makes everything worse.
Yeah, it does. I mean,
because then I would do jujitsu. But I'm so addicted to jujitsu.
You are,
that
dude.
I'm drinking. That drinking is so stupid to me now.
Yeah, because it would get in the way.
Because I can't sacrifice jujitsu. It's not that I want to make my life better. It's just that I want to do jujitsu and beat people up.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, like, I think it's
literally all about jujitsu.
In terms of sobriety, that is the type of thing you realize. And like, you're realizing it really early, which is awesome. Like that you have things that you want to do. So, and I know you talked about like writing and stuff that you wanted to do, but
it's that too. I live great now.
I'm know.
Super stoked
it's
about
really
everything.
that. No, I like that is not something that comes to everybody very quickly.
I hit my quota and I choke people out and I lift weights. Like, what the fuck else do I want to do?
That's fucking awesome.
Nothing.
Yeah, that's kind of
besides write the book about Marcus and Jack.
Oh, I cannot fucking wait. You could write all that. You don't even need a quota for that.
Wait, dude, and what if my pen name was Jack Marcus?
Oh, what?
So they're like
it's like a million little pieces thing where you're just lying about
like the
story.
the Shakespeare folios, dude.
Oh,
like there's a bunch of hints in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, and
the funny part about it is I know like this backstory very well because I could literally just use my dad's family backstory, kind of.
Yeah, and so no, you get like the whole thing, and but then you'd have to write from only the perspective of Jack.
I would do third person.
Yeah, because you need to have
because people that read shitty books like this don't want to know a lot of like internal monologue and shit like that.
You're right. No, they're not.
It's just very to the point.
Yeah, no, this is a
50,000 words,
50 Shades of Grey type.
Yeah,
of
literally 220 pages.
Yeah,
you know, double spaced lines. Like it would be easy.
Pop them out.
It would be easy.
Yeah,
I could probably do it realistically in less than a month. I could do the first draft.
Would you actually do that?
Oh, once I finish this one that I'm doing,
I think you should. Yeah, you should finish this one that you're doing.
But this one would be so easy that it wouldn't be such a grind like this one that I'm doing.
I know. It might be a good break. I mean,
It would.
You do what you need to do
It
for
would be
the
a good
main project.
exercise.
It would be interesting.
Dude, and it would actually get published.
I think it would.
For sure.
And it would spearhead, it would plow the way for the
Because I have such a romanticized view of it that
The way
people
you
would
could-
want to live in this world.
The way you can pull this stuff out of your ass so clearly is insane to me.
It's
I think
almost
it's
concerning.
insane to anyone listening. It
It's
is
almost
certainly
concerning.
concerning. There's so many things you talk about that are concerning.
Do you think my uncle would be more mad about this?
He would love.
Or what?
You should talk about.
You're right. He is
whatever. He would fucking love it.
Be like,
Here's the thing.
I got a gay kid that likes black guys. Fuck you. How about
Fucking,
that?
yeah.
I'm better than you, bro.
Yeah. You just be like talking to black people. Would be like, look, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Like, let me tell you about what it's like to really be, about it.
Right.
I'm about it.
Right.
If you know what I mean, fellas.
Dude, you know who would find this? Tim Dillon would find this.
Oh,
Tim Dillon would read this.
Oh.
And if this got big enough, this is something that he would probably like be down to listen to. And he would be like, but the cool thing about Tim, I feel like, is he would be so impressed by the con that he would keep completely silent about it.
Yeah.
And he would just ask us to tea at the Beverly Hills Hotel.
Yeah.
I'd be like, how the fuck did you guys do it? Like, you took fake business to another level.
I know.
You know what I mean?
You made fake life.
Exactly.
You
Like,
created fake life.
This is the greatest con of all time. the best LGBTQ book written in the 21st century was by a dude that likes guns, pickup trucks, jujitsu, and big booty women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's gayer than all you guys. He's a traditionalist gay.
We would have to make an artist picture that is just so we have to like cover up all your tattoos and just really like put you in the tight shirt, like a tight collared shirt. I don't know. I think I could help with it. We need a real stylist.
We could get your dad to take the photo.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he'd do it.
Right?
He doesn't do a lot of gay guy photos, but like,
it would just be for the back cover of the book.
Yeah. No, because we're gonna do this like quick.
Yeah.
Like we're not gonna overthink this one.
Dude, dude.
We can
This is a fucking good idea. The fucking part about it is that after this, I'm actually considering it, and I'm legitimately considering, and it sounds really fun.
How did such a shitty beginning of the episode lead to this good of a fucking thing?
And now I'm trying to think, what was the other episode when I first introduced this?
Last episode, the one that we're gonna post right before.
So
this.
I can get like all the like, I gotta re-listen to this and take notes.
I know.
You know what I mean?
It's so good because I like the way that you just transitioned to like, you're talking about your beautiful aesthetic life, and then he just fucks my ass.
He does,
and it hurts.
No, he does, and it hurts.
The fact that you don't,
I like
really
that, so I don't have to hurt
that.
myself. Well, because I'm dead serious about it.
Dude, this one's like even deeper than 50 Shades of Grey because it is like, it's very human.
It's a good novel.
It's
not
novel.
just about fucking.
Yeah.
It's about motivation.
It's gonna have sex in it. And here's the thing, gay sex in a novel used to be like, oh, well, now I can't read it. It used to limit the audience. Now it's mandatory.
This might make it into every high school's library in this country after Trump gets ousted. When the Democrats come back, I'm going to be speaking at the DNC.
I can't wait
in a pink
to see
scarf.
how you're going to talk about Marcus fucking that guy's face. Like,
Marcus was sitting
while you stand over that little twink who looks
him
like
in
you,
the stomach.
kicking him in the stomach.
Yeah.
It's the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. And it's going to be
you want to go back to Iowa, don't you?
Is it going to be a slightly fictionalized autobiography? Or, oh, dude, here's something that they would love. It's your life. You are Jack, but Marcus is fake. And it's the life you want for yourself.
Yeah. So the beginning it's like Shutter Island. Kind of,
yeah. But it's like deeply like, oh my God, look at how great because then you get credit for your amazing imagination.
Right.
And getting credit for being so fucking gay in your imagination. And then
the weird part about it is it doesn't sound that gay to me.
It's just a good story. It's just a good life you're laying out for yourself.
Like,
Dude, you're GP.
Like, I say fag, and people say that that's homophobic,
You're-
but I'm the least homophobic guy you've ever met.
Dude,
I think about a big black guy fucking me in the ass all the time.
LGBTQIAP.
P.
Yeah.
Pros gay.
I'm prosexual.
On the back, when it's like the little author's blurb, like the bio, it's
Yeah.
like this pros gay author, Rob
Well,
Dickers.
and that's like a subtle, because are you gonna tell him you're really gay, or no? Honestly,
I'm gonna leave it up to them.
maybe this is like exactly honestly, so they can't disprove you on here. I mean, other than the fact that we're talking about it being a con.
Right.
If we were to say,
But who cares if it's a con? If it's good,
until the wizards come.
until the wizards come. And maybe they're not dressing KK. Maybe they all dress like the Green Goblin in the Tobey Maguire Batman.
Like batshit fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Just batshit.
Yeah.
Like, but the thing is, with the assumption that this is gonna fall in line exactly with the other book.
Right. It is. It is.
But the part
Because there's gonna be little Easter eggs in every book where there's like, who is that
you have
guy
to
dressed like the Green Goblin when we were at the club?
no.
I don't know. Let's just fuck the twink.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Like, I'm kicking the guy in the stomach, Marcus is fucking his face, and I'm just asking him about the Green Goblin guy.
And then Marcus was like, he was mumbling something when you were saying that.
Yeah.
And when you're kicking him and screaming all those things about him. And then you're like, what? What did he say? He's like, I don't know. It sounded like
Something about Mormons.
Sounded like Green Goblin.
Green Goblin Mormon.
I thought he was just saying, I'm Goblin.
Yeah.
I'm gobbling your nuts.
He sniffed too many poppers. He didn't know what was
He
going on.
didn't know what was going on. Dude,
And
why is
he
he
keep the poppers in the bedside table?
Why is he doing poppers if he's not getting fucked in the ass? That's the only part.
He is getting fucked in the ass. He gets fucked in the face first.
Oh, so Marcus is just jumping between holes.
Yeah. Well, but sometimes I fuck him in the ass. Sometimes Marcus fucks him in the ass. But we eventually end up at the Eiffel Tower. But I got to kick him a couple times first.
Put that quote on the fucking back of the book. Dude, half of this has to be you explaining, like the book has to be, we're old friends from Iowa, right? And I was like, I helped support you when you were gay, but I deeply don't understand it being gay. And so I ask about your sexual practices, and that gives you the vehicle to explain in full detail what the kinks are. And I'm just like, I don't see the morality in it, but I respect you and I believe that God made you the way that you are. And then you're so upset you have to go just totally get fucked and beat to shit by Marcus.
Literally.
Because you can't hear that sort of thing.
I can't.
Dude, I'm in on this gay erotica that is also like a deep character study.
It is. It's a better version of Call Me by Your Name.
Yeah, I never really got into
that
the story
movie
of
was
that,
pretty
but
good, but it's kind of shit at the same time.
Yeah, this one is much more
it's
realistic.
Much more of an adult movie.
Oh, how about this name for the book?
It's not just Army Hammer jerking off Timothy Chalamet with a guava thing.
Yeah,
or with a whatever fruit he used.
What about?
He did that in the movie.
Yeah.
It was hot.
That's hot.
Sometimes Marcus does that to me when we're on Caribbean vacations.
Yeah. And he's like, "Is this making?" But he has to be behind you.
He does.
Yeah. And then he'll hold his hand over your
And he
mouth.
has my legs locked by his.
Yeah.
Like
Because you squirm and he's like just jujitsu, holds you in place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where did you meet Marcus?
That's a good question.
I think it has to be one of those things where Marcus was totally searching and had brought himself into this state of wealth and all this respect, and you're like someone who fell in the depths of their addiction and is kind of being like a party boy that tries to get money from these random men who don't respect him.
Yeah.
And then Marcus stops one of them, beats the shit, literally kills one of them. No, I don't know. Maybe that's a deeper bond that you two have. Then it's a murder mystery. A gay
sex murder mystery.
That's the new name of the podcast.
I'm not willing to con that.
No. My favorite name for the book would be "We're in Every Commercial." That would be an awesome one.
I don't know how Marcus and I met.
Yeah. I want to hear.
I got to think about it. That's the only thing that I don't know.
Yeah, because it has to be perfect. It really has
does.
to set up the idea that you're going to learn about each other in such a deep way that you set up the system that includes kicking his twink in the stomach.
Exactly.
While Marcus fucks him in the face and screaming and saying like, "You fucking faggot!" Like, that's so funny. You're nothing.
And we have like a mouth guard that the guy puts over his teeth.
Yeah,
because somebody bit before.
No, it is somebody bit before, and we had to take Marcus.
And Marcus and I both do jujitsu.
Yeah. So Marcus just ripped his jaw open.
Yeah.
And permanently.
And then we had to pay off the Beverly Hills Police Department.
Yeah.
With Marcus being one of the largest donors.
One of the largest donors.
Yeah, it does.
He's also one of the largest donors of penis.
Yeah. He's one of the largest donors in height, dick size, muscle size, and money.
I love this.
Yeah.
I love
Marcus is just better than you.
Yeah.
He's better than you. He's better than me. He's better than, but he's still deeply tortured.
He's deeply tortured. Yeah, no, well, I mean, like, I think
Marcus has everything.
And the ultimate solution to that is, I will bring it up again, the Mormon wizards who turned him white. That is the only way to solve his existential problem.
Make his dick smaller.
Yeah.
So he has something to work to.
Yeah.
He's so fucked up because he has it because he doesn't have anything to work towards.
Yeah, he's gotten everything too quickly.
He's rich.
Yeah,
he's 6'6" with a 6-pack.
Yeah, but the one thing he can't change.
14 inches. He's a black belt in jujitsu.
Yeah, and he sees these people, and he's researched skin bleaching, and it just isn't what he needs.
And I won't let him do it because I like my chocolate daddy.
Yeah. But the Mormon wizards, when the Dark One is threatening the Earth, and gay sex needs to be used along with magic to defeat the Dark Lord.
Yeah.
The king of the wizards, the Mormon wizards, Joseph Smith reborn.
What if we end up just doing what we usually do to the little twinks to Joseph Smith? And Joseph Smith goes, "Oh my God, that was amazing! I can't believe we ever hated gays." And then Mormonism, it makes being gay like compulsory.
I love that.
It makes being gay compulsory
because he loved being kicked in the stomach.
He loved being kicked in the stomach and fucked in the face,
and with a mouth guard.
Because
someone bit before.
Because someone bit Marcus's dick before.
It was scary.
Because it's fucking big. It's girthy too.
Yeah.
It's really got to open up.
It's fucking durable, but I don't, we can't even risk that 14-inch hog.
They always leave with a broken rib, black eye, and just their mouth open because they have lockjaw.
Yeah,
that's how they leave.
and then, like, I don't know how we can include this, but doctors tell them like, "Dude, you're breathing better than ever. Something like widen your throat."
Yeah, literally,
something like that. Yeah.
Marcus fucked throat cancer out of somebody.
That's got to be in the wizard book,
right?
Because it's just taking things to a degree that is so unwelcome by the audience, and then eventually, I think I would love it if it was just accepted. The funniest thing would be if they're like, "What the fuck happened? Who wrote this?"
Yeah.
And then you go out on tours, like interview tours, and you're like, "Yeah, no, this was the logical conclusion of the whole thing. Everything was building up."
Yeah.
And people are like, "What the fuck?"
I have like 15 bullet points about why.
And you have the hints.
Yeah.
You have all the hints.
I'm like, well, actually, if you turn to page 34.
Yeah. Here are the fucking receipts, you homo.
Marcus is fucking a guy in the mouth. And Jack says, "Did you notice that goblin-looking character in the crowd who was waving a stick?" And then all the lights went out. What is that? Mormonism with wizards.
Mormonism. What is that?
Wizard.
Mormonism. That's fucking awesome. What's the name of that one? Because the name of
the Latter-Gay Saints.
No, but the name cannot give it away. The name has to be like directly about the context, but it has to use your prose sexuality to make it seem like it's the old books. However, once you read this wizard fucking Mormon bullshit, then you get why the title is that.
Right.
Or you just call it like book 5.
Playing with wands in Utah.
Yeah. Yeah, that might be like weird enough where people don't get it.
Wandering in Utah.
And maybe you find some way to like make it super exclusive so like
Marcus fucks my mouth in Utah next to Joseph Smith's grave and a bunch of flying Mormons who are also wizards. and then the acronym is just out there.
I am going to try and isolate that pic and make an AI image. That'll be the image for this episode.
Right. Bunch of guys dressed like the Green Goblin get fucked by Marcus in the mouth.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, Marcus.
Well, I recite the Book of Mormon to them.
No, okay. So book 1.
Or what if the world ends?
Yeah.
Because there's like because like wizards destroy the world, and then we start an underground sex cult.
Oh, I like that better.
Based off the tenets of Mormonism.
I like that better.
Because for some reason, the only way to defeat them is by reciting passages and calling upon our hero and savior, Joseph Smith. And then once Joseph Smith is resurrected, I get attracted to Joseph Smith, and Marcus then kills our prophet. And I have the choice as to whether, defend Marcus or,
and then it could be one of those things where like Marcus dies supposedly, but then you meet a guy who is just Marcus but white.
Yes. Claiming to be Joseph Smith.
Wait, now it's getting...
So then I become the queen.
Queen Mormon.
I fuck Joseph Smith.
Well, the problem is Mormon queen, there's going to be a bunch of queens.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but I'm fucking Joseph Smith.
That is the name of that book, Mormon Queen.
Mormon Queen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That sounds like an Elton John song.
It really does, dude. Dude, I love this. And I like the idea, not that wizards just come out of nowhere, but that goblins attack the world.
So maybe the Mormon wizards are fighting the Green Goblins.
They are, but no one knows until Marcus mouth fucks one goblin to death.
Yeah.
And then the Mormons are like, we need you. We need your help.
Yeah.
And then
we've been watching you for a long time.
And then
Marcus.
the Mormons, exactly. And then the Mormons read scripture at the goblins, like the big goblins, the big scary orc goblins.
Yeah.
And then they get subdued enough like that they're tired, and then Marcus mouth fucks them to death.
Right.
That would be...
And then we drink this mysterious potion, which allows our sperm to be like shot like bullets. Yeah. So we're just
and it's Viagra.
Final scene, we're standing on a skyscraper, jerking off, just shooting goblins out of the air with our cum. You know what I mean?
That is the most beautiful thing in the world. I mean, goblins. Yeah, I want to help with this,
right?
And I don't know.
You got to help with the fifth book. Okay. The fourth book.
All right. Yeah.
Goblin book.
I'm going to take it to the dumbass dimension.
I got to set it up first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I just got to give you the hints that you need to lace into the actual beloved book series you are going to create.
I'll send you the manuscript, and you're like, okay, well, right here we could add in a part about a goblin getting jerked off by a wizard in the corner of the club.
That guy kind of looks like a goblin.
Right.
What the fuck?
That guy looks like Willem Dafoe in a Green Goblin suit.
Yeah. No, Jesus, dude, I love it. Or you got goblins. Goblins is a good one. Goblins and ghouls. What if the title just totally gives it away before, and people, they don't get tricked into reading it? They're like, I have to read this because this is sounds so fucking weird,
right?
And so,
or they think it's like some deeply poetic thing, like they think it's a metaphor. Because you released the title first.
Yes,
and then
exactly.
Everyone on Reddit is like, what could it mean? What could it mean? And then it's literally just Marcus fucking goblins to death through the mouth.
And then
me kicking him in the stomach.
That's what that was setting up. Oh my God. Yeah. It's like when they have the Avenger in the end cut scene of something. Yeah. And it's just that. Oh, they used that. That was part of the story.
Yeah. The end cut scene. The end cut scene is me kicking a dude in the stomach, and Marcus fucking his mouth, and me going, Marcus, why is this guy dressed like the Green Goblin, Spider-Man? And he's just like, I don't know. That's a good point.
Hey, Marcus. I know we didn't see anything like this before. It's kind of weird. Yeah. This guy is wearing green body armor. Yeah. It looks like the Green Goblin. Kind of looks like Willem Dafoe.
Kind of looks like Willem Dafoe. Or maybe Kevin Bacon from Footloose.
Yeah. Fuck, dude. That is awesome, dude. This is I gotta be honest. I mean, this is just Come Town. I love crazy situations, crazy buildups of bullshit that lead to Fuck.
Just ridiculous.
Fucking Marcus fucking goblin to death.
And me
while you
kicking
kick-
him in the stomach.
and that's saving the world for the Mormons.
Dude, and then
to
there's
come
like
back and turn Marcus white.
and there's like a little serving tray on his back.
I have
Where there's
always
like water and shit, you know what I mean?
I have always wanted
Just get a fucking tray!
this to include stuff like that.
Right.
And we have surpassed my greatest desires of what could be
I know,
on
we
here.
started off slow, but we finished strong.
I think that's
This
just
is
what
even
happened.
long enough now that we could probably just cut the beginning.
That's what I was planning to. I was
Yeah.
totally planning to do that. But yeah, dude, how are you doing on time?
It's, I don't know, wait, was that a prompt?
No, it's not. It's literally, I could
Oh.
go fucking 9 more hours on
Oh.
Marcus.
I don't know. I got like
Mm.
an hour or so. If you want to eat, we could just go eat because we already did an hour.
Yeah, I think we should go eat.
So I don't really got much more.
Save the more Marcus stuff. Yeah, I'm kind of tapped dry,
So
but
I'm starving.
this has been Live Laugh Gulag. And tune in next week for the Wizards.
For the
Good
Wizards
night.
and Marcus.
Good night.